राधे जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा। श्री श्री राधा राधानाथ की, शिला प्रभुपाद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। Let's see. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 6, text number 30. We can read. Hitva yaksheswara purim vanam sugandhikam cha tat drumay kama dughair ridhyam chitra malya phala chadhay hidva yaksheswara purim hidva yaksheswara purim vanam sugandhikam chatat vanam sugandhikam chatat drumay kama dugher hridyam drumay kama dugher hridyam चित्रमाल्य फल छधय चित्रमाल्य फल छधय हिद्वा यक्षेश्वरा पुरीं वनं सुगंधिकं चतात वनं सुगंधिकं चतात द्रुमय काम दुघैर हृदयम चित्रमाल्य फल छधय हिद्वा यक्षेश्वरा पुरीं वनं सुगंधिकं चतात द्रुमय काम दुघैरिद्यम त्रमाल्य फल छदय हिद्वा यक्षेश्वरा पुरीं वनं सुगंधिकं चतात द्रुमय काम दुघैरिद्यम चित्रमाल्य फल छदय। Mataji's Idva Shishwara Purim Vanam Sugandhikam Chatat Drume Kama Dughe Ridyam Chitramarya Phala, 'Chitramarya Phala' 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 'Chitramar Idvayaksheswara Purim Vanam Sugandhikam Chatat Chitravalya Phala Chade. Idva, passing over. Yaksha Ishvara, the Lord of the Yakshas. Kuvera. Purim, the abode. Vanam, the forest. Sogandhikam, named Sogandhika. Cha, and tat, that. Drumeh, with trees. Kama dughe, yielding desires. Ridyam, attractive. Chitra, variegated. Malya, flowers. Phala, fruits. Chadhe, leaves. While traveling, the demigods passed over the forest known as Sogandhika, which is full of varieties of flowers, fruits, and desire trees. While passing over the forest, they also saw the regions of Yaksheswara. Repeat, while traveling, the demigods passed over the forest known as Sogandhika, which is full of varieties of flowers, fruits, and desire trees. While passing over the forest, they also saw the regions of Yaksheswara. Yaksheswara is also known as Kuvera. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Yaksheswara is also known as Kuvera, and he is a treasurer of the demigods. In the descriptions of him in Vedic literature, it is stated that he is fabulously rich. It appears from these verses that Kailash is situated near the residential quarters of Kuvera. It is also stated here that the forest was full of desired trees. In Brahma Samhita, we learn about the desired tree which is found in the spiritual world, especially in Krishna Lok, the abode of Lord Krishna. We learn here that such desired trees are also found in Kailash, the residence of Lord Shiva, by the grace of Krishna. It thus appears that Kailash has a special significance. It is almost like the residence of Lord Krishna. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. So we continue to relish this part of Srimad Bhagavatam, the description of again Kailash, Mansarovar. Kailash is the abode of Lord Shiva. Hitva, Yaksha Ishvara. So Yaksha Ishvara means, Ishvara means the master, the controller of the Yakshas. So in Himalaya they are still existing, these Yakshas and Rakshasas, and the abode of Kuvera as well. Here it is mentioned Kuvera is a king of the Yakshas. Yes. And further is explained Purim. Puri, we understand all of us. Jagannath Puri, Dwarka Puri. In the Puranas it is mentioned there is 7 moksha Puram. Yes. One is Kanchipuram, Jagannath Puri, Dwarka Puri, Haridwar, Ujjain, Mathura, etc. So this is also Puri. Hitva Yaksheswara Purim means the abode of Yaksheswara, who is a master of all the yakshas. Vanam Sugandhikam Chatat. Vanam. Vanam, we understand, is a forest. It is not an ordinary forest. Here it is mentioned that forest Sugandhikam. Sugandhikam means it is full of fragrance, full of flowers and beautiful trees. Like we have, if you go on Varja Mandal Parikrama, we cover these 12 vanam, means 12 forests. Vrindavanam, Madhuban, Kumudvan, Kokilavan, and it goes on. Kamyavan, all these 12 forests. So Van is forest. And here it is described this abode of Lord Shiva Kailash, which is close to Kuvera's abode, who is a demigod, the richest demigod, and he is a god of wealth. So Vanam Sugandhikam Chatat. So this forest, I mean, all of you have experienced when you go to a forest, to a garden where it is full of flowers, natural flowers and beautiful trees and plants, creepers. It is always very, very refreshing for our mind and very soothing. We feel so good. That's why if you live in the cities or in crowded areas, a few times a year we try to go out and have a good time and spending, as devotees, we chant our japa and appreciate this whole creation of the Lord. In Bhagavad Gita, 10 chapters addressed as Vibhuti Yogam. So Vadam Sugandhikam Chatat Drumah Kama Dugher Hridyam means Drumah means trees, Kama Dugher means yielding trees. Hridyam, of course, in Sanskrit, Hridyam we have heard many times in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Hridaya Grantis, Hridaya. Sarvasya Chahram Hridi, Hridyam, Hridi Sanovishtu, Mata Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. The Lord is seated in our Hridaya, means our hearts. But Prabhupada has translated as here as attractive, because the attractiveness comes from the heart. When we start to appreciate, we feel good, and then all this creation around us, beautiful nature, becomes very, very pleasing. So that's why in this verse in Sanskrit he's saying, Drumais kame dugher hridyam. Yes. Chitra malya phala chadher. Chitra means varieties, variegated. Malya means flowers. Yes. So even now if you go in Himalayas, different part of Himalaya, especially when the summer starts, you can go. Then when you're walking in the trails, you can come across these very beautiful flowers. Yes. There is different kind of flowers that blossoms different time. Some of them you don't see them often. There is Nag Pushpa that you find in Himalayas. There is one called Brahma Kamal. The beauty of this Brahma Kamal is very fragrant. It's very rare to find though. But it also blossoms after sunset. Then you have Mahameru Pushpam. So this is very, very special. Just if you walk from different holy places in the Himalayas, it's so beautiful. And everywhere there is nice flowers and nice plants. And the whole mountain, when the sun rises, it becomes shiny. Some of the mountains, like even Kailash, looks like golden. So here, this description of Kailash, it's and the abode of Kuvera. Of course, it always very, very nice to hear. Indrajumna Swami Maharaj, he went to do darshan of Kailash. I watched his video also, I read how he went. These holy places is not easy to go, but unbelievable. Old people, even people who are sometimes disabled, they are able to go. There is facilities arranged in the Himalayas. The bus can take you to some place where you have to walk. Then the local people, especially a lot of Nepalis, they are very strong in the mountains. So they can carry you. They can carry you, sorry for that. They can carry you in basket on the back, or they can carry you on palanquin, or they also have the, not horse, but they are called mules. In Himalaya they call them kachar. So you pay some money, depends what you want to hire. Sometimes you can pay, if you have enough money, you can sit comfortably on a palanquin. Otherwise, as in Nepali, they carry on a basket, you pay some money. Or you hire a mule, you can go. So Indrajumna Swami was able to go through this difficult parikrama of the Kailash, and he made it to this holy abode of Lord Shiva. So this, in this purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that in Brahma Samhita we learn about the desire tree which is found in the spiritual world, especially in Krishna Loka, the abode of Lord Krishna. We learn here that such desire trees are also found in Kailash, in the residence of Lord Shiva, by the grace of Krishna. It thus appears that Kailash has a special significance, and it is almost like the residence of Lord Krishna. This is not easy though to realize this. Shri Radha Radhanath ki. Because going through the forests of Vrindavan, I'm sure many of you have gone, doing parikramas. It's easy. Sometimes can be difficult by covering 12 kilometers or 22 kilometers around Govardhan. But you can appreciate every part of this Braja Mandal. You can go with the devotees, with your whole family, children. There's no problem. But when you go to Himalaya, it's tough. First, it's very tiring, and high altitude is not easy to survive there. It's very cold, even it is summer in India, but it is very cold. And so many challenges you go through. And when you walk in these trails, there is one kind of warmth It can suck your blood in your feet. There's a lot of challenges. When we went on Padayatra, we hired a mule to carry our kitchen things, and of course we also took our tractor to put our luggage on the Himalaya, but the tractor could only go on the road. So the tractor driver had to take the tractor where he could facilitate our luggage, but other places we had to carry on our back. But we hired mule. And also is very wonderful because we didn't just go to see holy places. We also carried books of Srila Prabhupada. And unbelievable, our Padayatra devotees were distributing books high in the Himalayas, in the remote villages. Yeah, and we did satsangs also, kirtan, everything. Not just going, but it's tough, it's very difficult. It's not easy to go on these, walking around these holy places in the Himalaya. But it becomes also very, very nice. Like when we, on Padayatra, we walked from Rishikesh to Badrinath, we came across a lot of beautiful and very, as described in this verse of today, beautiful places, holy places, where it was very, very full of trees and very, very beautiful flowers, etc., etc., Himalayan flowers. And it was amazing. And with our Padayatra, we also had Matajis with us from different countries. We made arrangement for them also to follow us. There was one Mataji from Dehradun, and we had Matajis from European countries who were staying in Vrindavan. And there was a German Mataji also, I forgot her name. But while we were walking, I see Matajis, they were stronger than Prabhus because amazing. They used to come very fresh, walk all the way 15-20 kilometers. They used to take the Ganga bath or somewhere and ready to cook for all the brahmacharis. I was very amazed that they were very strong. And it was very interesting going through all these places in Himalaya. You can go in bus and in car. Some take flights also, small plane. They go for darshan. But the appreciation and the nectar you get by walking and performing this austere penance and tapasya and going through these places is very, very nice, very, very good. And you learn much more. Like one day we stayed in jail. Why we stayed in jail? Well, of course, when we walk with 40, 50 devotees, we have advance arrangement. We go to make advance party, to arrange where we are going to sleep, where we are going to cook, etc., etc. So one place after Joshimat. Joshimat in Himalaya is a place is a peeth of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya, he has left 4 peethas, Vidyapith. One is in Himalaya, Joshimat. One is in South Sringeri. One is next to Dwarka temple, Dwarkadish. And one is in Jagannath Puri. So after Joshimat, and beautiful darshan of Nrsingadev also you get in Joshimat. After Joshimat, you get a place called Hanuman Chatti. It is said that Hanumanji is still chanting the glories of Lord Ram there, but you must have eyes to see. So before Badrinath, in this Hanuman Chatti, there was a police station and there was also jail. room for jail. But unfortunately or fortunately in Himalaya, it's very difficult to get criminals. So the jail was empty. So this in charge of this jail, he invited us. He said, please take any room you like, you can stay. And we stayed. And he was always talking about the pastimes of different gods. He used to tell us on this peak, these pastimes of Daksha happened, where he offended Lord Shiva's and Sati. And this hill, this happened. As when we, all the time he's talking to us, he's nothing to do, but he will do. So he's very blessed and very fortunate. So we stayed in this place, and then we moved. Of course, the place we stayed is Hanuman Chatti. Also, the pastimes happened in 5,000 years ago, when in Mahabharata, it is mentioned one day Bhim, he was going to get some celestial flowers for Draupadi. And you know, when Bhim, he was moving in the dense forest, he was uprooting trees and moving very fast. And we know the pastimes in Mahabharata, he had to fight with the yakshas in the Himalaya. But before reaching there, on the way, there was an old monkey lying there. And Bhim, he just asked very humbly, please move from my path, I am going to get some flowers, move away. Move your tail away. So the old monkey said, please, I am very old now, you can see. Can you move my tail and you can carry on? Because Bhim didn't want to offend. So he asked again, please move your tail. I am rushing to get flowers. Then this old monkey said, please move it. Then Bhim comes and he tried to move the tail of this old monkey. But then he couldn't move a single millimeter. He tried with such a powerful and strong beam, he couldn't move the tail. So then he was sweating and he was shaking. Then he asked, you cannot be an ordinary person. Who are you? Then Hanuman said, I am Vayuputra Hanuman. So this is pastimes happened there. Then Bhim crying, he said, I am Vayuputra Bhim. Because Bhim also is a son of wind god. So they met each other, they hugged, they cried, and after that Bhim continued. So this is a place where this pastime happened of Hanumanji in Himalaya. We stayed there, one night there. So, and when you continue in walking, of course, when we walked, we had our deities with us. We just didn't go to see the holy places, but we also brought our small deities of Padayatra. The small deities of Padayatra that we have with still on Padayatra, they have walked hundreds of thousands of kilometers already since we started in 1984 on September by the blessings of Srila Prabhupada and by the guidance of Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Then it has gone many tours of India. Of course, the devotees have changed. Different groups have come. Some have spent few years, some have spent many years, but it's still going on. It's very, very special. So the deity of Padayatra that we have, the small deity, we have taken these deities every corner of India we went. Places where our chariot couldn't go, we had to leave the chariot and the bullocks. But the small deities have gone every corner, south, east, west, north, central India, the Himalayas, everywhere. All the holy places in the Himalaya. Of course, It's not easy to carry the deities, but the brahmacharis used to take turn to carry the deities. So we haven't gone to Kailash, but when you go to these holy places, you can understand the description of Kailash here, especially Badrinath. When you go to this valley of Badrinath, when you just walk in, and then you can see Alaknanda flowing, you can see the beautiful temple and the beautiful flowers everywhere. Because Himalaya tulsi cannot grow, so they have some sort of basil that they offer to the deities. And beautiful also because the ice is melting, so Alaknanda is very, very cold, freezing cold. If you go to take a dip, you have to come out. But the Lord has arranged a beautiful kund in front of Badrinath temple. It's called Surya Kund. From early morning, 2 o'clock, the sadhus and the pilgrims that go there is hot water, hot spring, natural hot spring that comes. And devotees also, they take opportunity to purify their existence and to spend a good time, because early morning is still very cold in Himalaya. So here in this verse, it is describing Kailash and also the abode of Kuvera, who is a brother of Lord Shiva, and his abode of Kuvera is next to Lord Shiva's Kailash. So, as I said earlier, that Vrindavan and other holy places you enjoy, you feel very good, you relax, and then you get a bit tired by walking on the parikramas, and then you eat prasadam. But Himalaya is different. It's tough, very, very tough going around and walking, taking a dip in the Yamuna or Ganga or Bhagirathi or Mandakini or different Ganga. You can't spend too much time. And the whole atmosphere is very tiring. But still, some time you can take to appreciate this whole abode of the Lord, which is called Himalaya. So here we have gone through these purports, and Srila Prabhupada has very clearly explained also that in Brahma Samhita is quoted by Lord Brahma himself, that Lord Krishna is like milk and Lord Shiva is like yogurt. So Lord Shiva pastimes, his abode is similar to Krishna. Prabhupada has explained in this verse that we learn here that such desire trees are also found in Kailash. As Brahma Samhita says, Chintamani Prakarashad Mashukalpa Briksha Laksha Briteshu Shurabhira Bipalayantam Lakshmi Sahastra Satasamrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So this abode of the Lord, Kailash, is also have desire trees. And Lord Shiva is easily pleased also, Ashutosh, but also has like, so Prabhupada is saying here, it does appear that Kailash has a special significance. It is almost like the residence of Lord Krishna. So this is what we understood today, Kailash. So is there any question or comment? Yes. Thank you. Any other comment, question? Any other question? Is it fine? So I just read it again, today's verse, so that Hitva yaksheswara purim vanam sugandhikam chatat drumeh kama dugghe hridyam chitra malya phala chader. While traveling, the demigods passed over the forest known as Sugandhika, which is full of varieties of flowers, fruits, and desire trees. While passing over the forest, they also saw the regions of Yaksheshwara, who is Kuvera. Thank you. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.